this shit, and it said, "This man needs to be stopped." They said that to me, till I realized two things. Number one, my is bigger than his. And number two, I more girls than him.
Hollywood is on fire as JoJo Siwa receives backlash from her fans and the media. From making money selling colorful hair bows as a child to 5-year-olds, JoJo Siwa became a popular child-based celebrity, loved by everyone. I mean, from her calm song releases titled As Calm as a Bee. A lot of people, especially her fans, are not happy with the current changes happening in JoJo Siwa's life and music. Talking about her ex-girlfriend drama, she's got going on to other bizarre situations she's been involved in. Because for JoJo Siwa, it's always about something. Could she be going crazy? Or does she love the attention she's getting from the media? Today, we will be discussing JoJo Siwa's crazy situation and why she chose to trade this part. Stay till the end as we unravel the mysteries behind JoJo Siwa's sudden crazy personality switch. From being loved as a child by her fans to becoming a menace that Hollywood can't seem to keep in control, JoJo Siwa's drama is heating up online. And for the past few months, she has been the topic of discussion on social media. But she doesn't seem to care about the talks from different sides as long as it's making her go viral, bringing in the cash. Let's face it, whether people like her new crazy songs or not, it is still going viral, which does nothing but put more money into her pockets and exquisite foods on her golden table. I wouldn't even bother wasting my time clapping back to public opinion if I were the one, because when you get the public talking about you on social media, especially carrying juicy gossip about you, automatically you have become famous and probably wealthy. That's how Hollywood works. But what's wrong with JoJo Siwa? And what are the crazy things she has done to get her fans and the public displeased and worried about her mental health? Well, for instance, JoJo spent a huge amount of money designing her Lamborghini, cutting her face on every part of it and in different colors. The car was always pretty noticeable whenever JoJo took it for a spin, and it got some awkward and weird reactions from people. Take a look.
JoJo Siwa's Lamborghini drives past us, so we start talking about her. And we start talking about how...
As one does when their face is all over their car.
Yeah. We're talking about how obviously her publicity works because we're talking about her. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, she's parked right behind us right now.
Yes, she is. And so basically, we're talking and we keep talking about it.
Oh, so basically we were saying like any bad publicity is good publicity. So really she's really smart about it. I'm like, we're talking about her. I'm not even a fan, and that's all we're talking about for the last 10 minutes.
She's got
JoJo
us
Siwa,
talking
like
about
minutes.
her, yes. You know?
And so in my head, I was just like, no more. Like, we just need to change the topic because this is like the whole point of it, literally. Like, that's what we're talking about.
We're doing what
names
you
in a
want.
house. So I literally yell. I was like, no more JoJo Siwa. She's bad.
If you didn't know, JoJo Siwa started trending after her interview on the carpet when she was asked who her dream guest on her podcast would be. Well, JoJo went ahead to say, one of her exes. Take a look.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes.
Later on, she came out to clarify that after some deep thinking through, she would not be having any of her exes on her podcast because it wouldn't be a good idea. Take a look.
The ex on my podcast, honestly, I said that and I was kind of going down the press line, just answering things very quickly. Honestly, at first I was like, oh, someone knows I have a podcast. Like, I was stoked about that. And then I just couldn't think of a dream guest fast enough. And so I said my ex, or any of my exes.
It's a good answer.
But then I really thought about it and I was like, nah, actually, I don't want any of my exes. Like, to be honest, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, do I hug you when you get to my house?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know.
Everything leading up to it.
Also, like, we're filming in the bedroom that, like, we slept in together.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
But that wasn't the only time JoJo Siwa brought about the talk of her ex online. Surprisingly, she has gotten used to her breakup with Avery Cyrus after the both of them ended pretty badly. She even blamed Avery, calling her a clout chaser after their breakup, and Avery came out to speak about being in a toxic relationship, which made everyone figure out that she was talking about none other than her ex-girlfriend, JoJo Siwa, in her story time. Although she didn't mention JoJo Siwa, her description of how she didn't like the fact that this person would always make her cry a lot, and that she didn't like the way this person played with slime, made it so clear that she was talking about JoJo Siwa. Avery's story time got a lot of people wondering and asking how JoJo Siwa, who was all glitter and kick-friendly, and the fact that she didn't like her girlfriend playing with slime, added up to the issue in the relationship. Some didn't buy Avery's story. But Then Avery explained how she tried to change herself, her looks, and everything just to fit in and be enough for this person, but it didn't work out as planned. And that while in the relationship, this person seemed to be in communication with her other ex, and she wasn't comfortable with it. Worst of all, this person would always talk badly about their ex to their family. So for Avery, I guess she couldn't take it and just chose to part ways with this person. It was just a big mess that she couldn't handle. When JoJo Siwa appeared in the Call Her Daddy interview earlier this year, she also talked about a past relationship where she had to get security involved. The media was back to hearing about her relationship drama with her ex-girlfriend, whom they believed was Avery Cyrus. She talked about. It even got people wondering what exactly happened in JoJo and Avery's relationship and why they couldn't just end the topic. Surprisingly, on the podcast, JoJo went on to reveal that there was a legal situation after the time she was in the relationship with Avery, and this came as a shock to people. According to JoJo, 3 months after her breakup, she got an anonymous text that she needed to tell her security team about, leading to her taking legal action. Then she ended her statement, saying she couldn't talk about it any further. She then revealed that after much investigation, she discovered her ex sent the anonymous text message. Take a look.
There's been a lot that went down, that if this microphone wasn't on, I would tell you what she did, what she told me anonymously, but I had to have my security team handle it, and I found out that it was her. That I cannot give, I can't, it's like, it built a trauma that I didn't even know I have until now. I'm like, oh, that's why you can't talk to a girl, is because of that.
According to JoJo Siwa, after getting that anonymous text message, which she described as a message that caused her trauma, she realized that was the reason why she couldn't talk to a girl. She also went further to say this about her ex-girlfriend.
I could, but it's like a whole ass legal thing behind closed doors. And my thing is I have fired at her a little bit on social media, and she's fired at me a little bit on social media. I've never started it, but I used to join in it, you know what I mean? And I would finish it. Like, if you're gonna come at me and make me a bad guy, I'm gonna say as much as I can. And what happened that my security literally is like, hey, you can't talk about this because it is a legal thing.
JoJo Siwa went on to say that she never started any of the issues, but would always join them and make sure she finished. Then, in one post JoJo made, she talked about one of her exes who she was on good terms with, and another ex she would never talk to till the day she dies. But her post got a funny reaction from Avery, who also did a video reacting to what JoJo Siwa said. In the video, Avery felt thankful for JoJo Siwa's statement. What a shade. Take a look enough of JoJo Siwa's ex.
I have a good relationship with one of my exes, and the other one I will never talk to again till the day I die.
Thank you, God.
Let's also talk about other crazy things JoJo had done to stir up mixed reactions from the crowd. Over the couple of months, JoJo Siwa has stirred up a number of upset people due to her uncouth act while performing one of her music on stage at the LA Pride Festival. But let's talk about this. How come the likes of Ozzy Osbourne and Gigi Allen were never criticized for their uncouth act while performing on stage? Do you think it's because JoJo Siwa started out as a child star and probably has more of a child-based fan presence, or what? Let us know your opinion in the comments. JoJo Siwa was videoed on stage at the event by attendees who caught her touching herself and offensively rubbing her body while performing at the festival. And this was what got people calling her all sorts of hurtful names. Take a look.
This guy commented, and this was a new comment for me. This shit, it said, this man needs to be stopped. They said that to me, till I realized 2 things. Number 1, my is bigger than his. And number 2, I more girls than him.
I mean, I don't support this act from JoJo Siwa, but for someone as crazy as her, it doesn't come as a surprise to me. I mean, based on the fact that she has been trending for her crazy music transition and her energetic, fierce dances in her music videos. JoJo, in an interview, said she wanted to have Miley's banger moment so bad that it is going hard on her adulthood. So you would agree with me that she didn't just choose to act this way, but was influenced by Miley Cyrus's adulthood moment, which she so badly wanted to imitate. And there you have it, an imitation of other celebrities. Lol. For me, I feel JoJo Siwa should be authentic to herself and not copycat another person's lifestyle, because that is when you can only stay true to yourself. Moving on, JoJo Siwa getting a lot of backlash from people didn't only arise from her performance at the Pride Festival, but the fact that most of her songs are now goth-like from being a good girl. Worst of all, she dances freakishly crazy in most of her current music videos, to the fact that she went ahead to get fake tattoos on her body and attended the Epcot for her 21st, dancing in a handyman aesthetic. These had got a lot of people worried, wishing the old JoJo would come back to her senses and stop trying to imitate another person's life. Do you think JoJo Siwa is trying to grow up too fast? Do you think this new gothic theme suits her? Tell us in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and while you're at it, subscribe.